We are just here to try to play good football, entertain the fans of Central and Jamaica and the Caribbean by extension, and try to give the best of that we can and live with the result. The opponent really don't matter. We are prepared for all eventualities, so we are ready.
All right.
Yeah, in terms of which is our preference. I don't know if you could speak technically, but which is our preference. Teams, like who your opponents now, they would be idle playing two games heading into that semi-final while you are sitting idled over the past 2 weeks. Do you have a preference?
We are being constantly preparing for all eventualities. People might see us as idle. We understand the format, and we have been making provisions for the format from September. We are prepared for all eventualities.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Christie.
Thanks.
All right. Cool. Yes, Dwight.
Right. Thanks again, Mr. Christie. Yes, Robert. Yeah.
So Sabina Park is bubbling same way.
Yeah, man. So
how deep are we into this game now?
We're inside the second half. I don't have the benefit of the clock, but I know we have played at least 15.
I'm seeing 65 minutes. I'm seeing 65 minutes on my clock here.
Right. So yes, that will put us about 55 minutes. Yes. But I think the battle between these two teams really is in the center of the park. Tivoli, I've had some good looks over the last 5 minutes or so, but so too is Manchester United. Just that, gentlemen, neither team putting away their chances, neither team finishing as accurately as they would have liked.
Jordan Fletcher is still on the field for Mobile United.
Go again?
Jordan Fletcher, is he still on the field for Mobile United?
The last time I checked, yes, before I got Mr. Christie.
Okay, and Fuller is still on the field for Tivoli.
Michaela Fuller, yes.
Goals will be scored then.
A player down now, though, for they're down for Mobile United. And it has been the story of this match so far, because earlier on we saw the Mobile goalkeeper went down. Earlier on, the Tivoli player went down as well. So it's physical. They're running end to end. Neither team letting up. This is, of course, as I said before, a fierce matchup because both teams want to get into that semi-final to face Mount Pleasant.
Okay. All right, Dwight, we'll touch base with you later on. Hopefully, should be at the end of the game by the time we touch base with you again. So we know the semi-finals.
If we're not into overtime by then.
That's what I'm saying. If we're not into overtime or extra time and penalties too, it could come down to that. All right.
Yes.
We'll talk to you in a little while. So we're going into a break now, Roger, and then when we come back, we're going to be speaking with Roy Reid. The program is brought to you courtesy of Hermosa Health, a modern concept in healthcare. 1A Pineapple Place, Ocho Rios. Call 974.
Come on, we'll speak with Roy Reid.
Convert your coins to cash today with Coin Exchange. Visit a coin exchange machine at select Bill Express locations island-wide with your loose coin collection. No special days, no need for counting, no need for sorting. Coin exchange machines are fast, fun, and free. Find a location nearest you at gkmsonline.com/coin collection or call 888-555-5555. Convert your coins to cash today. Coin Exchange is brought to you by Bill Express, a member of the Grace Kennedy Financial Group.
Looking for somewhere to get scrumptious food? No worries. Palmwood Chicken is simply the best. With a wide array of food options for you to choose from, our signature chicken combo meals, original, spicy, barbecue, and mango chili. Ask about our mango spicy wings, vibes, wow, and sandwiches when you stop by. Visit us at 15 Duke Street, Falmouth, and 31 Barnett Street, Montego Bay, from Mondays to Sundays, 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. Follow us on Instagram at Falmouth_chicken. We are simply the best, and we look forward to serving you.
Need to ship something fast and hassle-free? Pass Cargo Jamaica Limited is your go-to. Weekly shipments from Miami, door-to-door delivery, air and ocean cargo, you name it, we handle it. Plus, enjoy 60 days free storage and professional packaging services, big or small. We ship it all, anywhere in the world. Call us today at 876-630-1165-9. Pass Cargo Jamaica Limited, moving your world one shipment at a time.
It's time to bounce, mega bounce. The incredible inflatable viral phenomenon is coming to St. Anne this month. Oteria St. Anne, it's your time to bounce at Chess Grounds Priory, May 17 from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Kids 3,000, adults 4,000. Make mega memories with your besties and family. Sponsored by Popeyes, Seprot, Little Caesars Pizza, and Krispy Kreme. It's time to bounce.
Get your tickets at Easy Access Variety Store, Claremont, Great Hills Pharmacy, Ocharias, Sharky's Seafood Runaway Bay, Chicken Hut, Port Maria, Shaz Gas Station Priory, Miller's Liquor Store, Sennons Bay.
Wake Up Call has never been nicer.
Join the interactive team of Clover J
and DJ Lollipop every Tuesday inside the Wake Up Call for the big bad juggling.
This is how you're juggling Jamaica. Every Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. two big bad artists will go head to head. Tune for tune.
Play that song there.
Hits after hit.
It pants the bucket. It pants the bucket. Come vote for your favorite artist.
What me artist then?
This week in juggling will feature Sean Paul.
Coming out, get no blind. Sean Paul, I pressure you with one more time. Busting on my life, man, I'm feeling for crying.
Going up against Baby Sham.
I remember those days when L was my home, when me and Mama bed was a big piece of foam.
Who will you vote for in
Juggling?
Always expect the unexpected when it comes to clash.
Wanna move, wanna ready. Where's the daughter you travel with me today?
Make sure sir red plate the pan it, you know. I'm not travel with you.
There's money thing legit.
Red plate operators, it's your time to take the spotlight.
IRIE FM is giving all red plate operators a chance to win big in Red Plate Spotlight.
Just submit your red plate via a WhatsApp picture to 876-350-2838 and listen to IRIE FM Mondays to Fridays between 6 a.m. and noon, as well as between 7 to 8 p.m. Mondays and Fridays to hear if your plate will be announced to win at least $10,000.
Once announced, you will have 20 minutes to claim your winnings, which goes up by $10,000 every time someone fails to claim.
You don't have to submit your plate more than once, because once submitted, it remains a possible candidate for every draw until drawn.
No name, phone numbers, or address needed. Only red plate pictures required. That's Red Plate Spotlight this and every weekday, and twice on Mondays and Fridays on the nation's #1 IRIE FM. Red Plate Spotlight is brought to you by
Childs R Us Limited, Banners Valley, St. Elizabeth. For Childs tools, every household fixture, call 965-1896. Childs R Us.
Massive auto parts and car sales. Link us first. Pineapple Ocharios 876-298-6413. We got you covered. God Power Productions, in association with artist Philip I, present a new single titled Trodding East, distributed by Distro Kid, available on all online platforms.
Babylon take the north, I'm gonna take the south. Now put my foot upon a vertical route. Them I take the west, I am treading to the east. Me and me calabash, now go a Babylon feast.
Bird Shack fried chicken, perfect chicken on the go, whether original, crispy or spicy, always hot and ready. We are go a Bird Shack.
Mark IRIE Productions promoting one of his newest singles, Will Know, available on all digital and downloading platforms.
You will know troubles are tomorrow, problems have solutions.
Too often, customers are counted but not valued, like mere numbers, statistics, transactions. But at Flow, we're rewriting the rules and prioritizing you, our customers, who have been with us through every milestone, every moment. That's why we're putting our money where your loyalty is. Flow customers, get your $20,000 supermarket card when you add postpaid mobile for only $3,700 plus GCT to your current internet plan. At Flow, loyalty flows both ways. Conditions apply.
Now that your little one is 1 year old and in this phase of exploration, they are discovering everywhere. You want to make sure they have the key nutrients they need, and Claim 1 Plus is your ally in helping you to protect their nutrition and development. Claim 1 Plus contains prebiotics, vitamins, calcium, iron, and minerals, contributing to a healthy immune system so they can continue exploring. And you can let them be. Claim your love, their future.
Alright, Tom, get the plane.
The devastating duo of Buju Benton and Barry Salmon, which brought traffic movements in St. Anne to a standstill earlier this year for the second time in 2 years, will take center stage at the 17th staging of Best of the Best concert at Bayfront Park in Miami, Florida.
Miami.
Sunday, May 25. Like it was in Jamaica, IRFM's first living legend awardee, Marcia Griffiths, will join her friends in music on stage.
It's gonna be a musical upliftment. We're looking forward to that.
Which will also feature the likes of young veteran Romaine Virgo.
To be somebody was my heart's desire.
Nadine Sutherland.
This is for my baby face.
Wayne Wonder.
One have nobody in the place. Listen, when I say Wayne, you say Wonder. Wayne. Wayne.
Chronic Law.
Yo.
Skinny Fabulous.
Wine and hold it.
And 450. Reggae Radio IRFM will journey north to Bayfront Park in Miami with the team of yours truly, Courtney Mack and DJ Collision, taking the action to you live as it unfolds. Catch us on the 107s, the IRFM app, as well as all our social media platforms, X, IG, Facebook, and TikTok, as we capture best of the best for you in all formats possible. Visuals, audio, and audio visual. That's coverage of the 2025 staging of Best of the Best, Sunday, May 25 from Bayfront Park in Miami, live on the nation's #1 IRIE FM.
IRIE FM, the sweetest radio station.
Coverage comes to you all courtesy of Walker's Wood. Bring the heat with the flavor. San Lorenzo, Lanco High Performance Paints. This Labor Day, ask for Lanco Uno, a paint and primer in one.
Let's do that!
Oh my God, I love this beat.
Welcome back to What's the Score here on Reggae Radio, IRIE FM. It is now, 17 minutes going up to 11 o'clock. Time is really moving fast tonight. I think we have Mr. Reed on the line now, Roy Reed. Roy, you there?
Yes, thank you for having me. And
sorry to have kept you waiting so long, man. What?
One of those things.
The commercials them plentiful, boy. Well, I thought we had gotten away tonight because there were some short breaks. We're running a long one now, boy.
Like I said, one of those things. Okay.
Yeah. Welcome to IRIE, man.
Yes, I hear you.
Understand that you are a Jamaican-born businessman in the United States?
That is correct.
And you really want to assist with the cricket in Jamaica. What is it what is it exactly that you want to do?
Well, first of all, when you look back at the game I used to play and what is playing there today, it's a disgrace.
Oh.
There is no talent coming from the 6-year-old, the 7-year-old, so they can come up and really play some good cricket. I remember when I was playing, we used to have the Matcham cricket competition that all the good players came out of.
Mm.
And that's what I'd like to see come back again. And I had started making arrangements for that to happen, and it just didn't happen. I'm hoping that in the future it will happen, because it's one of the things that can bring back the cricket in Jamaica, starting from 7 years old in the primary schools. And that's the only way you're going to get the cricket back to what it's supposed to be.
So you sound as if you sound very optimistic of this working out, but it definitely, as you're putting it, from the grassroots that the development needs to come from.
That is correct.
So what is it that you want to do about that?
Well, the thing of it is this, that we approached the government of Jamaica to get involved, because we were planning to do 6 schools, 3 in the West and 3 in the East. Mm-hmm. And of course, it's a situation where it would involve the JCF, and also the Jamaica Defence Force, because the games would have to be played at the police depot and also at Upper Camp. And we were arranging, and we put up sponsors of banks, business houses, and et cetera, et cetera. This would have been a great thing to start at the age of 6 or 7 years old from the elementary level, because all of us came from that level. I don't know if you recall, or maybe you weren't around at the time. I'm sorry to say that, but we used to have the match and cricket competition, and that used to play every Wednesday at Georgia Fifth Memorial Park, and that's where all the great cricketers came from. This is why Jamaica was so good in those days, and this is
When
what
you
I
said
like to
Georgia
see.
Fifth Memorial, when you said Georgia Fifth Memorial Park, you're talking about National Euro Circle.
That is correct. You
A
know,
lot of people, a lot of people wouldn't understand
Yeah,
that.
because I was lost.
listen, I don't want you to say I'm that old, okay? But actually, I don't know if you remember the days they used to have cycling there.
Yes, I know about those days.
And
I heard
the
about it.
cricket field, yeah, and the cricket field was in the middle of that.
Mm-hmm.
And of course,
I had a boxing gym there too.
down the
Guinness
bottom.
gym.
Yes, that is true. That is true. But it was great. And this is where all the guys come from. J.K. Old, everybody. Neville Bonito, I mean, you name it.
Mr. Reed, just hold a second for us, because we understand a significant situation has occurred at Sabina Park. So we're just going to run over there to join our reporter to hear what's happening over there. Dwight.
So be it. No problem.
Yes, Dwight, go ahead. What is happening at Sabina Park?
Yes, gentlemen, here at Sabina Park in the second half, deep into the second half, with 80 minutes on the clock, and Mobe leading 2-1 on aggregate, but it's 0-0 on the night. Jordan Fletcher got away in the box. He was brought down, and the referee pointed to the spot. In the ensuing penalty, Jordan Fletcher fired home, but his shot was blocked by the Tivoli custodian. On the rebound, Jordan Fletcher caught it, lucky enough, and slammed it, but it was a little too high. But the goalkeeper of Tivoli came marching up to the referee and storming up into his face, and the referee showed him a red card. And things descended after that, because the Tivoli players now began surrounding the referee. The game had to be stopped, and Tivoli now down to 10 men. I can tell you also, I can't confirm his name, but someone, I'm not sure if it's the trainer or manager from the Tivoli bench, would have been shown a yellow card, because that person had to be restrained by another Tivoli player who was coming onto the pitch to confront the referee. But after this melee, I mean, things have settled down and we're back into action. Tivoli, as I said before, down to 10 players, but tempers flared earlier on, gentlemen.
Okay, well, so Mobile United still leading by 2-1 in aggregate.
On aggregate, but 0-0 on the night.
0-0 on the night. And we're into the final 10 minutes.
Into the final 10 minutes now, yes. But, you know, the Tivoli players certainly, they have lost, you know, Tivoli players, they have lost all level of restraint. I'm not sure if they might believe that the calls are going against them. But, you know, the goalkeeper, as I said before, was shown a red card immediately. And then somebody from the bench wanted to come on the pitch to confront the referee. That person was shown a yellow card before he was whisked away into the dressing room. So it's chaotic at the moment.
Has the game resumed?
Yes, the game has resumed.
Okay, all right. Stand by. We'll join you in a little while to find out what next, what has happened, or what is happening. Thank you very much, Dwight. Don't go anywhere. Just stay right there. All right, let's come back to Mr. Reed. Yes, Mr. Reed. So you realize that we're at Sabina Park, but it is not about cricket. It's about football.
Yes, I know that.
So you have started the progress in terms of getting this grassroots cricket going that you would want to see happening. What exactly have you done so far?
Well, actually, everything was dependent on the government of Jamaica. And we, for some reason, the minister of the time of education was very much interested in the project. The minister of sports apparently was not. So we had to go back and think about it. And of course, I met with the board, Jamaica Cricket Board of Control, and we wanted to do something. But based on that, it has to have a collective togetherness between the government and ourselves, because the sports masters in schools has to participate.
Definitely.
Listen, it's not only for cricket. It's about mindfulness, discipline. I just heard what happened with the Tivoli game. You know, cricket does not play that way. Football is always have this problem. Cricket does not have that problem. So cricket is a gentleman's game. The fact of the matter is this, that I still intend to do what I can, because we were getting sponsors, business houses, the banks was getting involved. And I'm telling you, this would have been a great thing. As a matter of fact, we were reaching out to all the countries in the world.
How long ago
gears.
we're talking about with these interactions with government and
It's about a year ago.
Okay, recent.
But the fact of the matter is that government has to be involved, because the schools, we're not only talking about cricket. We had a plan that, for instance, at tea time, we would have lecturers come around and lecture the kids in terms of discipline, mindfulness, which is so important. And this is one of the things that helped cricket to be a disciplined game. And I'm telling you, you have to start at 6 and 7 years old. You can't bring up the players at 13, 14.
Outside of the collective effort, have you thought about, taking on a particular team or some teams and decide to say, okay, well, the collective not working, I'm going to try and build something here?
Like I said before, we were looking at 6 schools, 3 in the West and 3 in the East. And those are the schools where we're going to pay a lot of attention to. We had business places that was going to sponsor them. You know, the gears is very important. And we were able to secure that type of situation. But I don't know what happened, why cricket is in the doghouse. I don't know why. I was listening to someone.
I know what you're saying hard, and what's the situation as is now in terms of trying to get this thing off the ground?
I had a meeting with the president of the board, Dr. Bennett, and we had some very good, solid discussions. So I will be there for cricket in July, and we're going to, of course, continue with our trend of getting things together. We hope the government will be involved.
But I'm sure you're not giving up hope. We have with us, President.
I am never a quitter.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I don't know if you knew about the Matcham style cricket. That's where all of us came from.
What's that?
And the Matcham style cricket.
Oh.
The same one down at Georgia Fifth Park, man.
What about Tonemore?
Tonemore.
Yes, Tonemore. We used to hear about cycling from one of our former callers. Talk about
but
Tonemore.
that's where all of us came from. Matcham Cup cricket. And it was so many of us that Jamaica team was very hard to make, but everybody was good. Great bowlers, great fast bowlers. You don't have them anymore. Coaches, was something that you have to have, good coaches. But one of the things I want to say to you is that we were involved in the JDF and the Jamaica Constabulary Force to help us to bring the players to the cricket matches. Parents was going to be involved. This is something that you need collectively. You need the parents and the kids also, because discipline is the order of the day.
Definitely.
And that's where we're coming from.
Let it work. Interestingly, we're supposed to be speaking with the president of the St. Anne Cricket Association, because he's starting a primary school competition later this week. And this is a competition that has been going on for a while. So we're supposed to be speaking with him. We're trying to get to him now. That's
what age group?
Keith Walford. Primary school. So we're talking about 10, 11, 12-year-olds.
No, we want to start at 7.
But you want to start a lower down, right?
That's correct.
We want to quickly find out from him how things are. But we have not gotten down to him.
I know of St. Anne, they used to have some very good teams down there. I don't know what's happening.
Yes,
no, but
we used to have exciting down here.
I don't want to stray away from the point, but in the old days, you used to have the estate cricket, you have the business house, Carib Cup, Rankin Cup. There were so many cricket playing.
And you have to have
In
the hotel
Kingston, you had
cricket
a lot of
competition as
competition.
well. Yeah.
Hamilton Cup cricket, you don't have that anymore. So we need to bring back the cricket in that fold. And it can happen. All we need to do is to get the kids involved, 6 and 7 years old.
Well, it seems as if you're going to have to come down and organize up some meetings, you know, because sometimes when you're face to face with these guys, it's going to make a difference. So
That is correct.
maybe that's what you need to do.
Something has to be done. I mean, you mentioned the 14 and the 15 and it's not going to go there. You have to start from 6 and 7 years
really
old.
from the grassroots.
Exactly. I have a friend of mine out in Westmoreland. I think he starts something of the nature, but it has Kingston is the key. You know, Kingston is where the cricket has to start, and there's no two ways about it.
Kingston.
So I mean, I'm willing to come back and help, but we have to get the help of the government.
Definitely.
Very important.
And as you mentioned, the government is integral in all of this, and it is one of the reasons why we're not a part of the World Cup, recent World Cup. We don't even have a team.
I hear you.
In the CPL and so on and so forth. So, as I say, you maybe have to come down. And it's election time now, a good time to get them to listen.
Well, I'll be there in July for cricket.
Okay.
And I hope I meet you guys because
definitely,
you know,
we can arrange
it's important.
that.
It's important that we bring back the cricket from the 6 and 7 years old.
Yes, because
and if you don't bring it from there, it's not going to help.
Right, because when they fall in love with it from that age,
Exactly.
they will stay in love with it.
And do not forget the word discipline.
Yes.
Discipline. I'm telling you. You know, so this is where I'm at, and I'd love to really come back and try to do whatever I can, and get all my old friends to get involved, the banks, the business houses, etc., etc. And it can happen.
Definitely.
So I'm open to come back, and like I said, in July, and I will be meeting with the board. I will be meeting with the minister. The Minister of Education was very into it. She wanted it to happen, but of course, the powers that be is the Minister of Sports.
It's not up to her.
Well, I mean, that is it. I want to speak to the Prime Minister now.
Yeah, well, okay.
But we have to get it together.
All right. Roy.
That's a good time to try to get him.
Yeah, it's election time now. I'm talking to everybody now. Well, the thing about is him talking to everybody, what is he listening?
Listen, I know him well. And of course, when I was there the other day and trying to get together, he wasn't involved. It was just the Minister of Sports.
Right.
But I understand from her perspective that cricket is maybe not in her blood. But there's a lot of people who like to see the cricket come back the way it is to be. I used to bring teams to Jamaica from here.
I think we have Keith Walford with us on the line. Keith, good evening, welcome. Keith, you there?
Need to unmute.
I need to unmute?
Yeah. We're hearing you now. We hear you now.
Yeah, man, because I was on the Zoom, and trying to get in touch with you, but you weren't hearing me.
Okay. All right. So we have you on now, and we have Roy Reid on the line as well. He's overseas in the United States, and he wants to make an input in developing cricket in Jamaica, but he has been meeting some roadblocks. So I guess you are a good person for him to link with. So we can make that link. Right, Roy?
Sure.
Right.
Well, whatever it is for help cricket, we are always open to it.
Aye. So Keith, you're starting up the primary school competition. Later this week it is?
Tomorrow. Starting tomorrow morning, man. We have 4 games tomorrow.
Tomorrow's what date?
Huh?
Tomorrow's the 13th.
Well, I don't know if tomorrow's the 13th, but we start tomorrow. Is tomorrow the 13th?
Yeah, man, tomorrow's the 13th.
We start tomorrow with 4 games, man.
All right.
Where are these games?
2 will be at the Abutnot Gallimore playfield, and 2 will be at the Abuka High School playfield. And we have 18 teams, 18 primary schools taking part. And of course, we have been doing this for a couple of years now. And the support for it is very good. And I know the schools are looking forward. And we really think that it's a very important a very important stage of the cricket that we get the youngsters involved from this age.
Roy wants to get them involved from 6 and 7-year-old.
Well, that would be good. Is the only thing about it in Jamaica is that 6 and 7 is a very tender age, and parents are very sensitive to them children at that age.
Okay.
So as long as we have the resources, it can work.
So we start with.
Start with rubber ball, man.
You got to get the kids involved because they have to love it.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree. The younger you get them, because there are so many other sports out there that is taking the kids early, the basketball and the football and all of that. So the earlier we can get them, I agree with him. The better we'll be.
How was the support been for this competition, though, Keith?
No, the support for the primary schools is very good, excellent. The schools are very enthused about it, and the spectators, and you want to see the parents come out to support their children. So it is very good, and we really want to expand it in St. Anne. I don't think we're doing enough. There's too many schools that are not playing, so we really hope to expand it. But the sensitive thing about the primary school competition is finding the dates to play it. Because, the PEP exams and all of those things, they are really... So there's a very small window to play it. Okay. And right now we start tomorrow, and we only have maybe 4 to 6 weeks before it's holidays. So we have to try and compact everything in a very small window.
Okay.
But we need to play it. We need to get back the school going in the primary schools. That's where we're going to start really serious development for the cricket.
What's the format for this competition?
Well, each team plays each other once. As I said, would have loved to play twice, but the time will not allow it. And then, we have 3 zones with 6 teams in each zone. So the 2 winners automatically, from 2 winners from each zone automatically qualifies, and then we have the best runners-up, the best 2 third-place teams to go on to the quarterfinal.
Okay.
And of course, then the winners go to semis and then the final.
All right. Keith, we're out of time. Thank you for speaking with us. That's Keith Walford. Base Odyssey, if you miss him, our former member of Parliament. Right. Final words from you, because we're dead on the clock now. Final words from you.
Well, listen, as I said, I'm still going to try my best to get things going because I think in Kingston is a key for cricket.
Mm-hmm.
Kingston is a key for cricket, and we have to get it going.
All right.
And of course, one of the things that is very important is the discipline. And we were going to have that. We're going to have lectures at tea time.
Okay.
And and get the parents involved. Walford just mentioned the parents getting involved, which is key. You understand? So this is why we're trying to get the police and the defense force to involve in getting the players from the school to the playground.
Great. Thank you very much for speaking with us, Roy. We're out of time. Let us see if we can.
I want to thank you very much also, and I hope to meet you when I get to Jamaica.
Definitely. Let us see if we can get one final comment from Dwight before we go at Sabina Park. Wade, can we get a final comment from Dwight?
I know Montego Bay had scored,
Montego Bay score?
They had scored. So they had scored. Yeah.
Done and dusted then, because Fletcher, Dwight had said earlier that Fletcher missed the penalty, missed the rebound, so it was still 0-0. 2-1.
It looked like Tivoli equalized, but
I don't know why I'm not seeing the game again. Yeah. All right, let us hang on while we get to Dwight, because we would definitely like to get a final word from him before we wrap. Dwight, you there? Oh, he's not there as yet. Yes, Dwight.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
The end of the contest, gentlemen, and Mobay United advancing 3-2 on the night.
Okay.
In the end, both teams scored, because shortly after I wrapped up that report, then Brian Brown scored in the 85th minute. And then shortly after, Tivoli replied through Malik Cocking in minute 92. Of course, time was added on. But referee O'Shea Nation, surrounded by members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and of course the rest of the referee team being escorted off the pitch here at Sabina Park. A large crowd have gathered though around the officials and the police, ensuring the safety
Of the
officials. Yeah, because many of the Tivoli fans and of course those who traveled with the team, are crying foul.
Okay.
But in the end, Mobe are advancing to face Mount Pleasant in the semi-final.
So it's Mount Pleasant against Mobile United and Cavalier against Arnett Gardens.
Arnett Gardens, yes.
Good. Okay.
But thanks to the quick movement of the members of the JCF who have flooded the inside of the stadium here to ensure not only the safety of the officials, but of course also to the safety of the opposing team of the United. Things descended really quickly, but at this time I hope all well that will end well.
All right, thank you very much, Dwight. As we wrap now, we out of time, we're into Gary G's time, so we have to just quickly wrap it up. All right, just want to say thanks to everybody who participated tonight, especially our listeners, of our viewers on YouTube, on Facebook, and TikTok. I want to thank you very much for being with us. We'll be right here again next week, same time, so you can come back with us. Just want to also thank our very special guest this evening, Terence Richards, the national coordinator, T20 cricket, national T20 cricket competition. Well, we had Dwight Fraser at Savannah Park. Roy Reid spoke with us from overseas. Keith Walford, the president of the St. Anne Cricket Association. We had our basketballer, AJ the Bankster. He spoke with us along with his dad, Anisette the Bankster. I want to say thanks to our telephone operators. I want to say thanks also to our technical operator, DJ Collision. Or we call him, I don't know what we call Peter Bradber, but he's responsible for putting us up on the visuals. And of course, Mr. Wisdom, Dr. Crack, was making sure that everything was up and running. The program, of course, came to you courtesy of Hermosa Health, a modern concept in healthcare. 1A Pineapple Place, Ocho Call 974-3370. Until next week, same time, same place. My name is Robert Williams.
I'm Roger Hasford.
Good evening.
Good evening.